Touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Get ready. At their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And Luck is going to run out of time and out of luck as well. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look porous.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Patch it.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 12.
Wait, 20.
53, Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning. Alert. Don't get nervous. Go out. No,
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 34-yard line.
Check out. Right. Watch the run. Watch the run. Middle. We got double up. Undercrush. One man. Undercrush.
Here's Hines. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here we go, D. Check 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rock. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Throw caught here by Bird. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Wait, set. Wide, 80.
58, the mark. Your track.
Alert 3. Goal 50.
Alert 3. Check safety.
Check it.
Watch the twist.
Alert, 20 hut.
First down, a run with Cohen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Chris Jones, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. To try again after the sack. Luck. It got his man complete. Past the 20, 10, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 94 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a play fake, Brady. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run. This is Cannon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on second down. Brady under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Justin Houston make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Hey, check it. When he hit.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Check it. Watch when he hit.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. This one into the hands of Burton. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On first down, it's Locke. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Goodwin, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Don't get nervous.
On play action, now Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Shadow.
From the gun, it's Brady. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. They'll look to set up his blockers. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Hey, echo.
53's mine. Check.
72.
They'll start the third quarter with a run by Cohen. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Alert!
10. 10. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
They try again with Cohen. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Shift. Rip. Hey, box truck.
37's the Mike. Mike 37. Check.
Hey, Alabama.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Wait 20.
Mike 37. Hey, defense, let's go.
380, hey.
37's the Mike 37.
Hey, second.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Ozzy. Shadow.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. That's no way.
When he hit.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll push the lead up to 8. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they just...
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Goodwin, 74 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Hey, Delta. Check Mike 54.
Out of the gun, Love. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken near the 13.
We play to win. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Let's
go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Check. 53.
Hey, hey!
Check.
Sugar!
Brady now on first down. He's got Burton here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Rip. Alpha.
They run. This is Cohen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Check. 36.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Wait, set. Alabama. 380.
Mike. Check pass.
72.
Check. Lucky. Joker.
Hey, ball 66.
On second down, it's Cohen. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Wait, set. 380.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, ball 66. 380 hot. Check it. Reload.
Throwing on third and long. Brady. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. That one good for 24 yards.
A gain of 24 yards. That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Wait, set. 53.
Check 53. You ain't going nowhere. Wide. Get wide.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Push him back.
Alpha.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got one. Check, 53.
Go Bandit.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
72.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck. And his pass incomplete.
Mark's pass incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 8 yards.
The Colts on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Colts going on 4th. It's locked. And that is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Wait, that line 20.
On the Army. Check 26, check 26.
There we go, 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Shift, watch the shift.
No.
53 Linda.
Bang, 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 bang.
Alert.
Brady now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Justin Houston make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Slam. Hey, Alabama. Check, go, band, hey.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do late game situations, kicking situations. It doesn't matter what it is. The things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Again, it's Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. Rosas' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through. Yeah,
not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
11B.
On 2nd and 10, Locke stepping up. He's going to keep it. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Colts on third down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. This is Hines. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. On 1st and 10, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck. Ebron caught left side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Luck now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Now they'll run it with Cohen. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right. At the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 22, Luck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They'll keep it on the ground. Cohen able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From midfield, here's Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 79 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Wait, set. Alabama. 380. Regular. QB drop. Let's go up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And that'll bring up second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
I'm coming after you.
Back to throw. Miller. And he's going to let it go deep. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And to the surprise of nobody that watched this game, guess who led the way in the victory? Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah, Tom Brady, who did his normal performance. And sometimes I wonder if we don't give enough credence to the performance. Because he did his job, right? He did what Brady normally does, right? I just wonder if we should be marveling a little bit more. But in this case, let's just leave it on an even keel. Tom Brady did it again.
Another winner for TB. So for Chicago, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.